Do you remember how China began this year? By cocking a snook at the world. It's been at it for months now. Let me walk you back. You may remember seeing these images. The pool party in Wuhan, the epicenter of this pandemic. This happened in the month of August. Thousands of people partied at a water park in Wuhan. Crowded in front of a grand stage. No masks, no social distancing. The images from Wuhan went viral. At a time when the world was still struggling with this city's most famous export, the virus. In the weeks ahead, more viral celebrations followed. In October, China celebrated its National Day to mark the formation of the People's Republic of China. It was a rather grand event, an extravaganza with flags and salutes at the Tiananmen Square. Then came the end of the blighted year 2020, and look what China did. It partied hard. Elsewhere, the virus was mutating into more dangerous versions. In China, there were grand New Year celebrations, another big party at Wuhan with people out and about, no masks, no social distancing. The pictures were beamed far and wide. From his office in Beijing, Xi Jinping made the most of this opportunity. He declared China's victory over China's virus. You must listen to this.
2020 is an extraordinary year. Facing the sudden outbreak of the novel coronavirus epidemic, we placed people and their lives at top priority and achieved the great love of humanity. With solidarity and perseverance, we wrote the epic of our fight against the epidemic.
When the world was under lockdown, China was celebrating. When there was no vaccine in sight, China was celebrating. When every country scaled back its New Year celebrations due to virus mutations, China was celebrating. You know what they say about karma, right? What goes around comes around. But this has nothing to do with karma. This was pure cover-up. The handiwork of China's propaganda machine. It seized the narrative surrounding this pandemic. It reframed China's failures as successes, misled the world with these celebrations, and tried to blind its citizens and the rest of the world with flashy lights and fireworks. And the cover-up continues. Let me explain how. China says as of the 14th of January, close to 1,000 patients are being treated. Only 144 new infections have been recorded in 24 hours, and only 26 patients are in a serious condition. And they need to build a brand new quarantine center with 3,000 makeshift units for this. 3,000. It doesn't add up. The Great Chinese Firewall, as they call it, has hidden the numbers before. And for all we know, what we see now is just the tip of the iceberg. Speaking of which, the WHO has begun research work in Wuhan. 12 months after the outbreak, it may not even see the tip of the pandemic iceberg, the World Health Organization, but it's there anyway, to investigate the origin of the virus. How will they do this investigation? Now listen to this very carefully. The WHO will probe the origins of the virus by conducting virtual meetings with their Chinese hosts from a hotel. Can you believe it? Well, no. Let me show you. This is the hotel where they're staying. Reports say the World Health Organization team is in quarantine as 2 members of the delegation failed their antibody tests. So they have no option left but to function from their hotel for the next 14 days, which means for the next 2 weeks, the investigation into the origin of the pandemic will happen online. We have high hopes. For 12 months, the World Health Organization has dragged its feet, and now that it has finally landed in Wuhan, the team cannot step out of the hotel. This is not a probe. This is a cruel joke on all of us. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.